5 Tuesday. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about the term test, and then I'm going to go into revision. And some of you asked me how to write a summary sheet, and I'm also going to do that today, like how to write a summary sheet. So let's look at term test 1. Term test 1 will be held, as you all know, on June the 1st, and we are going, which is the Thursday. We are going to start at 1900, and we're going to finish at 21:30. So it is 2 hours 30 minutes. Location, I'm going to tell you where it will be held. Location is ETB. Let me confirm the room. I beg your pardon. I want to see. I just want to confirm our room. I'll make this as an announcement and on Avenue to Learn also, so don't worry. So the room is ETB 238. Okay, ETB 238, and then you're going to have 3 questions. At 10 marks each. Okay, so you get 10 marks each. The question going to be from, you have to know what from homework 1, homework 2, and homework 3. Okay, so the question will be 75% similar to homework. So you need to know how to do your homework. Okay, if you can do your homework, you will pass. Okay, no, you should pass. Now I want to any questions so far? So homework 1, if you were to tell me, Eugene, what are the topics in homework 1? Is centric, buckling, then you have eccentric, buckling, and then homework 3 is symmetrical or centric, symmetrical, and unsymmetrical. Bending. Okay, so these are the key 3 topics that I'll be testing you on. Then I want to talk also about the term test. Okay, so the results. Hold on, and let me look at a different month now. So the results of term test 1, not the results. So term test 1. So term test 1, we have correction. Okay, so student. Okay, so grades less than 48%. Let's say you get less than 48% are required. Or so grades. So if you look at, let me look at a course outline. If we were to look at a course outline, okay, we were to look at the course outline, and it's been written. Okay, it's written if grades are between 25% to 49%. Okay, students are required to do correction. Okay, so I'll talk to you more about this correction. So if you get between 25 to 49, I will ask you to come back to do correction. Okay, and I'll talk to you more detail about how is this going to be done. Okay, but if you are less than 25, okay, I will not ask you to come back to do correction because the questions are from homework. Okay, 75%. Unless you don't do your homework, then you can get less than 25%. If you do your homework, okay, you should get more. Okay, if I look at it, you should get more than 50% if you have done your homework on your own. Okay, so how are we going to do this correction? So on June 6th, okay, I will announce which student needs to do a correction on Avenue to Learn. Okay, so what will happen is there will come out a column on June the 6th, which you have student number, question 1, question 2, and question 3. If you do fail or get between 29 to 49%, you still see your student number. Okay, so this is your student number, and you will see question 1 and question 3. So what it means your correction, you have to do question 1 and question 3. Okay, so let's say the next student, okay, you only see question 1, means you need to redo question 1. Okay, and the correction date, it will be done on June the 8th. Okay, from 7 p.m. or still the same 1900 p.m. or 1900 means 7 p.m. to 21:30. Okay, so the location is ETB 223. So these are for if you require to do correction. I hope this does not happen. None of you need to do correction. Okay, what if you have to do corrections? Okay, so correction. So how do I grade corrections? Okay, so correction marking. Okay, before I go on, after correction, okay, after you do correction, the best grade attainable is 50%. Okay, so your grade, like for example, is 35. Okay, if you do all the correction correctly, the best grade you can get is 50%. Okay, so how do we mark your correction? So for example, question 1 is worth 10 marks, right? Question 1 or every question is worth 10 marks. Okay. So you must attempt the entire question. Okay, so you must do the whole question. So let's say the whole question, without so this is the regular, right? Okay, regular, and this is the correction. Okay, so the regular, like if you get the whole question right, it's worth 10 marks. In the correction, if you get the whole question right, you get 5 marks. Okay, so the correction, so in a regular means you write on a regular time or you write the first time. If this one you get 8 marks. Okay, in the correction, if you get, let me do, so in the correction, let's say you get everything right, 10 marks. Okay, you will only be awarded 5 marks. Okay, over here in the correction, let's say you get 8 marks, you only be awarded what? 4 marks. Okay, and the best grade attainable is what? 50%. You will not get higher than 50%. Are we clear? Okay, any question regarding the correction? Anyone, please? You all have anything not clear, you can ask me down now, or you can write on the on the chat. No, you all are clear, not confused at all. Okay, so the grades, term test 1 grades. They will be released or will be available on, so it will be all available on June 13. Okay, so what is your final grade of term test 1? Okay, so anyone, are you all clear or no? Okay, so now the corrections is done in person also. So term test 1, okay, term test 1, as you can see, this is also in person. Okay. Okay, anyone, any questions so far? Okay, I don't hear anything. Is there anything I need to inform you? What else? Okay, so yeah, I have nothing more to inform you regarding term test 1. I think you are clear. Are you all clear or no? Or you are as confused as it is? Any questions from anyone? Okay, I don't hear question. Okay, so let's go through revision. So while doing the revision, I'll be also writing summary sheet at the same time. Okay, so let's go for revision. And the first topic we're going to look at is centric buckling. So on centric buckling, there are things that we have to know. There's a general formula, but more important, yeah, let's try out the important formulas first. Okay, so we know that stress critical is equal to pi squared. Now all this formula will be provided, EI over L squared. Okay, that we know. And then we also know that critical stress is equal to pi squared E over L over R squared. Okay, So another key formula that we need to know is, like, when you write all this, when you write your summary sheet, you also need to know that what is centric buckling. So when you write your summary sheet, okay, you help yourself, remind yourself what is centric buckling. So you draw your structure over here, okay, and then you draw your neutral axis or centroid. Okay, so this is a centroid. And the applied force, okay, centric, you draw your applied force is acting on the centroid. Okay, so this is centric. Yeah, so this is centric buckling, and you also realize that load has to induce compressive stress. Okay, compressive stresses. Then with all this formula in mind, you realize, hey, I also need to know that what is R. Okay, so you know that I, second moment of area, is equal to AR squared. Okay, and R is the radius of gyration. So what else you need to know? I had something in my mind and then it slipped. Hopefully it will come back. And then next you look at fixturing or end fixturing. Conditions.